I've had to re-record this video twice because of how actually angry I was getting. I'm going to try not to get angry at this video, but you can understand as we get into it how difficult that's going to become. Despite this, I'm going to try and remain comedic throughout the video and see if we can just laugh at this clown rather than get angry at him. Because people like him don't deserve your energy, okay? Let's get into it.
Today is August 9th, 1945. The US drops 2 atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, turning the cities to dust and ending the lives of more than 200,000 people, shortly after which Japan surrenders. In celebration, the US government creates and publishes a tabletop board game called Nuclear Love, themed according to the operation performed. It was made for 2 players, where one would be playing on the side of the US and the other would be playing as Japan. The game features dice that look like miniature atomic bombs, and the person who manages to bomb the other's city capital first wins. By rules of the game, however, the US side would always have the first turn, which brought natural advantage, and the board game, despite the patriotism and popularity, failed on the market. Sounds like a rather unethical piece of military propaganda that nullifies the tragedies, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you, that sounds like a really shit game. That sounds like a game that has bad content. That sounds like something I wouldn't want to play, because the content of the video game is shit, and is so blatantly propaganda that I wouldn't want to play it, and I would make the consumer decision not to play it because it is bad. It is unbalanced, and it is bad.
That's because Nuclear Love never existed and I just made it up. But there is a similar situation that does exist that follows this formula, and it is about to be released, and its name is Atomic Heart.
Okay, so ignoring how you just wasted my time with 2 minutes of filler, which is completely unrelated to the video itself, you may think it is, but no, he doesn't justify this comparison whatsoever.
I find I have to be the sad clown, laughing on the outside, crying on the inside.
It's also just a bad comparison. I mean, in this instance, the content of the game is bad. The whole purpose of the game is propaganda, and it doesn't make itself seem like anything else. It's not a mirage, it is what it is. And that is not what Atomic Heart is at all. It is a nuanced art piece with a story that you don't even know yet because the game isn't out.
I want to preface the video by saying that if you're the type of person that is still going to buy and play something like Hogwarts Legacy despite its infamy, you might as well click off, as I'm going to explain why it's a bad idea to purchase and play Atomic Heart.
Wow, you were just full of bad comparisons today, aren't you? This is a technique that a lot of political YouTubers use, and it's make as many hot takes in the first few seconds as you can, so that people who disagree with you click off, and inevitably, because of that, there's going to be no one in the comments who disagrees with you, because everyone who did clicked off in the first few seconds. It is cowardly, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not going to work. Okay, so quick update, it turns out this didn't work because he had to turn off the comments, and after he turned the comments back on, there was a suspiciously low amount of comments, and this comment that he made. Yeah, that kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Go on, you have a Joe Rogan podcast to catch up on, or play Call of Duty or something, I don't know. Off you go.
Shut up, you fucking played Destiny, go watch a Star Wars movie, you fucking nerd.
Being Ukrainian myself, I'm making this video to spread awareness, so even if 100 people see this, I'm satisfied. Even if one person cancels their pre-order because of this video, I'm satisfied.
Okay, we're gonna get into this later in the video, but no, you are not just satisfied with people cancelling their pre-orders or not buying the game in the future. You want this game outright banned.
I will be turning monetization on for this video if possible, and all revenue from this video will be going straight to local Ukrainian charities.
Wow, you know what? I respect that. Giving to people less fortunate than you is a very good thing. I think that being materialistic is not a good trait, and that it's healthy for the mind to really give back once in a while. I wonder if you put proof that you did this in the... Oh, no, you didn't. Well, maybe it's in the... Oh, no, it's not in the comments. Okay, there's no proof of this whatsoever. 1 million views and no proof of this whatsoever.
But let's start with the basics. What is Atomic Heart? The game is developed by a Russian studio called Montfish. On the website of the studio there is currently no mention of the fact that this is a Russian game dev. The story of the company begins with its launch in 2017 by a team of 4 like-minded gaming enthusiasts in Cyprus.
This is very intelligent misdirection. When you read the actual site itself, it says it's headquartered in Cyprus, not that it was started in Cyprus. Montfish is a video game development studio headquartered in Cyprus.
At the same time, the studio was mentioned as a Russian one with an office in Moscow in Russian gaming and IT media articles.
Yes, but that doesn't mean if I go into my local KFC,
that's what you get, fam. Pussy.
I'm expecting the Colonel himself to pop up and give me a taste of his golden nuggets.
And after the events of 2022, the company completely ostracized itself from being known as a strictly Russian company.
Possibly because they want their game to be judged on its merits and not its geological location of origin. But, you know, we're here.
And is now presenting itself as international, which in terms of their history of office installments and offshores means half Cyprus, half Armenian, half Singapore, and whatever the hell else, just to avoid sanctions and negative spotlight.
A game developer wanting to publish their work in as many countries as possible so that everyone can enjoy it? Oh no, somebody stop them.
So, now that we've established that this is actually a Russian studio, what is their opinion on the war going on?
I don't know, let's go to Twitter to find out.
Guys, we have noted the questions surrounding where we at Montfish stand. We want to assure you that Montfish is a developer and studio with a global team focused on an innovative game and is undeniably a pro-peace organization against violence against people.
Well, I'd say that's a pretty level-headed take. It was a very broad statement that covered pretty much all war that could possibly happen regardless of the politics. So far so good, really. I can't see anything wrong with this.
We do not comment on politics or religion. Rest assured, we're a global team focused... Hold on, stop.
Well, hello there, chaps.
We do not comment on politics? You're making a game that's sole idea is USSR renewal and communism.
Well, yeah, you can make a video game about whatever you like. It doesn't mean that you believe in everything that's inside of it. I don't think the people who created BioShock are all libertarians.
You can't arrest him simply because he's a bloody immigrant. He hasn't done anything wrong.
It's shit like this that makes me think that you don't know the difference between fiction and reality, which is concerning, not just for this video, but for you personally. But in case this condition is more common than I think, and some of you guys need help, this is a statement by a company. This is what it believes. This is its answer to the question that is posed toward it. The setting and theme and story of a video game is fictional. It is not anybody's statement. It might convey ideas, but we don't know what those ideas are yet because we don't know what the story is.
You classified your game as inspired by BioShock and Prey, yet you go the no politics in my video game route? This is one step away from the types of gamers who say, I don't like politics in my video game, and then immediately open up Fallout.
Nobody is saying that Atomic Heart isn't political, or that Fallout isn't political. This is the equivalent of that really annoying co-worker who's trying to get your opinion on a political topic you're not interested in, and when you don't give them an answer, they assume it for you and get mad at you. Free speech is being able to say whatever you like, whenever you like. But free speech is also the ability to not say whatever you like, whenever you like. The only difference here is they gave you the answer, and not only did they give you an answer, they gave you the answer you wanted. What, because afterwards they said as a company they don't usually like to touch politics because that's the industry standard anyway? That bothers you for some reason? People like this are why Call of Duty feels the need to comment on Black History Month every time you open their game. Imagine if the next book you read had the first page say BLM, ACAB, silence is violence, and then the author's pronoun scribbled at the bottom of the page in blood because they ran out of ink for all of the various ideological slogans.
It can't be completed.
I feel like this is a good place to end. I am going to be making a part 2 to this because the video is not over. We've barely even gone through the half of it, so if you want to see a part 2, comment below, leave a like, and definitely subscribe so that you get notifications when that next upload comes.